So here I am, I got a 2016 Jeep Wrangler JK, putting door locks on and kind of give a little couple pointers. And that here's the system that I purchased on Amazon. I want to say probably about 30 bucks. And that comes with 4 locks. I actually bought an extra one because I wanted a master lock. Couple little do's and don'ts, and that so here's the system as I got it set up now. And that this is a 5-wire in that system, so it's a master lock. And that I cut in here, added a little piece of little bracket or whatever so that thing would slide a little bit better. And that but after doing some research, I found out that you didn't need to cut all this stuff out. There's a bracket that you can purchase. It's about $9 on eBay. I think it's for 1 or 2, I'm not really sure. And that, but it eliminates you from cutting this. All you have to do is cut the line, and then the bracket sits behind there. You mount the wires clamped to there so you don't get the slide. So a little bit of this is unnecessary. I cut this little section out down here so the back piece fits in, but everything works. Kind of show you how it works. And that, so you get your locking, it's just sliding and pulling on there. And that wired this all up, come down, went to the junkyard, and that and cut these pieces, and that these quick connects out of a junked car. And that I put them all on all the doors so I can easily pop them off. Really wanted to get the connections in here, but all the research that I've done, I could not find the stinking pins in that they use for this. I called around. If anybody knows what they are or where I can get them, I'd rather use this as my connection, because as you can see, there's only 2 wires that's going in there. I got plenty of ports, but instead I've got it connected up here. It's a quick connect, and that as you can see, and that let me pop it back on. Hard to do with one hand. So it's back together now, and then I'll show you. So again, here's the passenger side door. Driver side door is done the same way. Here's the back door. This one, you don't need to actually cut the line. In that, I caught it connected right up here at the connection. Saw somebody else actually do that, so kind of went the same way. And that so as you can see, slides perfect. And that just basically the key thing is make sure that this is running as parallel as you can get to there, otherwise it just sits there and jams up. I had to cut this little section out here, and that behind this behind the wall here, and that it's just a hard plastic to give this free range, and that to where that will actually slide pretty smooth. Again, just ran the wires, ran through the harness, and got another quick connect that I'm not really showing you. And that but that's everything there. My recommendations, like I said, I went with the 5-wire up here, same with the driver's side, and that they're both 5 wires, because when you hit this and lock, all the other door locks go. So it eliminates the button. You don't need an actual button to trigger it, because if you're using the master, it does what all the other ones do. I have that over on the driver's side, and that with it also. So like I said, eliminates the button. You don't need it. It's just one more feature that you need that you'd have to cut in or do anything else. I've got the back working somewhat, and that it looks like a mess, and that if I can get it focused in there, sunlight's kind of coming in, but it's pretty simple in that once you get the connection in there, and that it just connects up to this little guy right here, if I can get my hand out of the way, and that and then that pops, and then it'll go. I can't get my hand to do it without being in the way. And that, but there you go, lock, unlock. It's just the mounting, and that right now I just rigged up because I wanted to see how exactly I could get it to work. So I'm going to build a some type of a bracket that will connect out of here and then connect to the back over here, so I don't have to drill holes in the side. I've seen some people do that, and I'm just trying to eliminate that. But if all else fails, I'll do the exact same thing. All in all, probably took me a couple hours, and that to get all these things, actually probably about 2 hours on this first door. And that because once you cut this cable, there is no support here, so then therefore your locks are destroyed, and that from that point you've got to brace these the outer casing. I really wish I could have figured out how to connect up here, and that but like I said, they make a bracket that you can buy, and it's about yay big, and that that you can actually connect into it. And it has these little clips. It'll hold the casing out here, and then this portion of it will then be perfect to slide and go back and forth. And but yeah, really the only thing that that was a problem, and that with this one was just making sure that this didn't flex, and that when it bent, it would, you know, crimple up or whatever, and then it would give it enough torque to actually make it go. But yeah, pretty simple project, about 40 bucks. I think the dealership wanted to pay almost 900 and that for them to install it. And pretty neat little thing. You can buy these this actual the 5-wire that I bought aftermarket or whatever. I think I spent $8 on it, and that to make this one master. That way, if I ever get out of the car or whatever and the car's running, my wife's in here, she can hit this and lock all the doors, and that while I'm gone, and then when she comes back, same thing as just locking with the button. Eventually I'm going to put a car alarm and all the other stuff in there, and that which the good thing about this one is it comes with the connector. The actual module is underneath the steering column in there for the remote. Comes with a nice little remote, and that's decent. It's sturdy, and that comes with 2 of them. And that like I said, that on the other side over there they have the 2 wires. There's a brown and a white that are made for if you want to put a button, and that an unlock and lock button. But it works perfect if you want to put a remote starter or alarm or anything like that. All you have to do is connect right into those 2 wires, and that's all, you're done. And that gets all your doors. So pretty smooth. I got that sitting there and that waiting. But I figured I'd get this. Main question, if anybody out there watches this and anybody knows anything about these pins, please shoot me a message as to what these what connections. I pulled it apart and I got the pins out. I've got pictures that I think I can upload, and that to show what kind of pins they are, and that. But I just couldn't find anybody around here that actually had them, and that. But so for less than 50 bucks, and that and a trip to the junkyard, and that you can do the same thing, and that. But it gets a little frustrating, but definitely buy those little brackets. I guarantee it'll be a whole lot better, and you don't have to cut as much. And that, but really, this is all I cut on both sides, driver's side and passenger side. Cut there and then cut back here. So if you have any questions or need any answers, and that, again, it's 2016. Should work on the same as the 2015 all the way, well, actually down to probably down to 07. And that. But all right, questions, let me know.